안녕하세요. Um, okay. First, I want to just say that two things. First, these glasses, I don't know why they give this like weird reflection. So please just yeah, that's just something we'll have to put up with. Also, I feel like this desk I'm using is a tiny bit too tall. I don't know if you feel that, but I definitely feel it. So if I seem a little bit uncomfortable, that's why. We'll get into another thing that makes me uncomfortable in a second, but that's just something I wanted to say at the start before I would forget because I forget things easily. Okay. So my name is Ninani, and I put it in Hangul in the description of my channel because I felt like I wanted to make it easy about pronunciation, and English is weird about pronunciation. So I figured just put it in Korean, and that way, like anyone that can read it can clearly see how to pronounce my name. Um, Okay, my age, I am a 2005 liner, so I'm primarily going to be using Korean age in my videos just because I feel like it's easier to calculate for me because I don't have to know all the particular dates and like remember them and things. Instead, I can just be like, well, they were born in this year, so they're this old. I don't know. I personally find it simpler, but I will also be putting people's birthdays as much as I can so that if you want to calculate international age, you can. It's just like for like how old people are at debut and things, and some people don't have dates easily accessible. Some songs don't even have dates easily accessible. So I just figured stick to the years. At least that's a little bit simpler of a thing, you know? Yeah. Um okay, next thing, the thing that I alluded to. I have autism. Yay. Okay. So basically, yeah, I have sensory issues. So like you can see me like fiddling around with this and like playing with my shirt. It's just that's a thing that I will do in my videos because I have sensory issues. I also want to bring up the autism because of facial recognition. I really struggle with facial recognition, and I want to bring this up because I don't want anyone I'm going to get confused, okay? I'm going to try so hard, but I know I'm going to mix people up at some point, and I just want people to realize that it's because I have autism, not because I'm like not trying or because I'm like being racist and saying everyone looks alike. I just genuinely struggle to tell people apart. I have been in army for like 7 years. No, not quite. 6.5. I like the number 7, sue me. But yeah, so anyway, I've been in army for a really long time, and I still cannot tell BTS apart sometimes. Like, it's just very difficult for me. So if I get someone's name wrong, please correct me, but like, don't be mean because I struggle. Um, I also want to mention about myself that I'm asexual. I feel like this may not seem relevant right now, but it's relevant because I take sexualization a lot more seriously than I think most people do. It's like a thing that bothers me more, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like I overreact about it a little bit, but like also especially when people are minors, I feel like that's okay to do. I don't know. But yeah, so I just felt like that was a thing I should say. And also so that when I bring up biases, people don't think I mean that my bias is the one I think is the cutest because I don't experience aesthetic attraction either. That's just me. So it's just the people that I think have like the best personality or the best voice or the best dancer, like whatever it is I'm basing it off of. I particularly wanted to bring this up because I feel like people get weird sometimes when people's biases are like younger than them, particularly when they're not of age. And then it's like, oh, you're being weird. And I'm like, no, it's really not like that. I just think they're talented and nice and like I like them the best, you know? It's not like a weird dating thing. Um yeah, okay, now onto this channel. So there are a couple of different things we'll be doing on here. First thing is like vlogging things anytime that like happens to pop up. That's gonna be really rare, but like it might happen. Then the next thing we'll be doing is, and I'm actually trying to put one up tonight. I don't know if I'll succeed though. Is like presentations on Google Slides I made. These take me a really long time. Of just like different bands, like history of them briefly, and like all of the members. And something else I'm going to be doing is this thing that I am calling Ninani Romanization. Wow, what a creative name! Because I am learning Korean. I kind of self-taught Korean, like the Hangul system at least, but like I'm learning like properly the actual like language now, but at least the letters and the sounds and everything I've known for a while, and now I've had it like all confirmed by a teacher. And so I feel like something that happens a lot is when Western fans will see Korean names, they get them like wrong all the time. And this isn't honestly their fault because every company romanizes a different way. And like even then, like why is Namjoon with two O's but Yeonjun's with a U? Like there's no consistency. So I honestly don't blame people for being confused, and I wanted to try to make something that's a little bit more streamlined. I will also be putting the like typical way their name is spelled and the revised romanization. I do not like that McCune, however you say their name thing. That system confuses me too much. But I will be putting the revised romanization as well if you prefer that. But I figured I'd make my own system that is coming from a person with English as their first language that will hopefully make it a little bit easier for people here being America. I mean America, if that wasn't clear. But here also just meaning like Western countries because I wanted to make it as easy as I could. The other thing we will be doing is song analysis. This is basically where, and this is like the most common thing, is like I'm trying to make one every day. I really doubt I will be able to keep to that, but I'm going to try. And it's basically just like taking a song each day and I'll play some snippets of it, just a little bit. It's not a reaction channel. I want to repeat, this is not a reaction channel. This is like an explanation, discussion, theory channel. Very different thing. But I will be playing like some little parts that I feel like are important. If like it's like a really important note or like I really like a lyric or something, I'll show it to you. But it's also just primarily just like talking about like what I think the video and the song is about and like what is special about it and if it like was big or not and like what it contributes to K-pop or if it even does. And I will be criticizing songs on here too. Like this is not like a ooh, we just pretend we like every song kind of place. Like no, there are some issues I have with certain songs. Yeah, look at my Twitter if you're wondering what I'm talking about. But no, it's not just that one. There are a lot more songs in K-pop that I have actual problems with though, and I want to discuss those. So yeah, that's all the things we'll be doing. Just briefly, how I got into K-pop and why I want to do this channel is I first got into K-pop at the end of 2016. I was in 5th grade. Yes, it was through BTS, and I'm still in ARMY. That doesn't mean I'm like not into the rest of K-pop because I very, very much am, and I associate myself far more as a K-pop fan than as an ARMY. It's just that BTS are like my alt group, you know? But yeah, so anyway, I saw Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and it was kind of too much as a 5th grader, but I was like, oh, what's this? And then I kind of just like kept looking around at different like behind the scenes things and things, and I really liked the people. I didn't really get the music yet, but I really liked the people. And so I kept looking at stuff, and then Spring Day came out, and it was like, oh, this is really pretty. But like they still didn't have many like sweeter, softer things at that point, you know? But that was around the time I started looking at like other K-pop, even though I didn't consider myself an ARMY yet. I'm like, let me see what this genre is about. Let me see, is it more like that half? Is it more like this half? Like, what is it? And then I realized how diverse it was and how important culturally it was and how it is honestly one of the main ways that a language that would probably go extinct otherwise is staying globally. And I just find that really, really amazing. And I wanted to bring more attention to it. And so I wanted to just discuss it in all these different aspects. Yeah, and then I did officially consider myself an ARMY with DNA era, and then from then on, and then like I became a MOA right when TXT were like pre-debut because didn't we all honestly? But yeah, I stayed unlike a lot of people, and I have just recently become a carrot, so I'm a baby carrot. Please be nice to me. I don't consider myself like an actual fan of anything else, but I love lots of songs by lots of groups. I don't think there's a single group where I don't like any of their songs. So like I will be like saying as many positive things as I can about everyone, even if I don't like love everyone's music. And I will always, always be respectful to all of the people because even if I don't like a band with their music, unless you're like a Burning Sun folk, and we'll get to that, like no, but unless it's like something bad like that, I really do want to be kind to all of the people because it's one thing to not like a song. It's another to take that out against a person. That's just not okay. Like, we don't know these people. We can't be like that. I don't know, like hate comments just really, really make me upset because you don't know these people. You can't say stuff like that about them. It just doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, along with that, like this channel, this is a safe space. We will not condone hate of any sort. No racism, no misogyny, no just like random scam, like Please be respectful to each other, to the idols, and remember that anything we think at the end of the day is really just speculation. Anything I say that isn't like clear in a source, I will try my absolute best to always say when something isn't been like confirmed. But assume that if you don't see it in a source, I just kind of forgot to say that, and it's not been confirmed, because it's not, unless it comes from the idols themselves. Do not believe what you hear on the internet. The internet is like, anyone can talk on the internet, and you have to be careful with the sources that you're looking at and make sure that you check through everything and make sure everything is reputable. So yeah, that's that. um I will try to put up my next video as soon as I can. Bye bye. Annyeong.